Okay, hi, this is the next video, the continuation from the last one, which was the simple list. Today we're going to be creating this part and this part. Let's just open them quickly, try to keep every segment as quick as possible. That's to be able to load even longer when it's running from scratch, right? This is one of the items available here within sites and services. Within the site and services, this one is the sales area, e-commerce based, right, for this client. So there's going to be a couple of things, and basically, as I say, we're going to look at the Real World Application and how it's developed in Django. This is all in Flutter at the moment, but we're going to look at the Python version of it. Okay, let's switch quickly. So we're going to start off by the area where we last stopped, right? Where we had the list, and then in the previous video, we're going to have the URL. So the URL was pointing to call views.index, which is call views.index, which is this one, and then we're going to just change that to the view true, right? So now we're going to create view true. So view true is just going to define that function, and then we're going to have function method. Then we're going to have the services. So it says services because from this here, the setup here, it does say services. So it is derived directly from here in the Flutter code. So that map is it looks identical to the one that is on that side. Okay. So let's continue. We're just going to have map here. So the map has a key and name inside, the URL of the image, and then the raters, number of raters, and the ratings, and that's all it has. And then we're just going to do the next one for image solve. So you see I use the keys directly from there in the solve and image solutions, right? In the first two there, and then I just change the values here to say like a website, and then get an image from pixels, right? Or some for free images, and then the other is Django website, right? So the Django website one, most like cases we will do my profile, right? But let's continue from there. I just close off the map, and then we're just going to look through the map. We could have entered these, I guess, on here still, but we're just going to look through the map because what is the calculation, we're going to add popularity, and we could have done that inside the index, but we'll do it right here. So we do the calculation for the popularity, and then we pass that, what you call this method, not the method, we pass this data to the index, to the HTML. So this data here, now services, each one includes popularity inside the method, right? Then we continue to index 2, so I have index 2 already created, and index 2 already holds a CSS file, right? Which does have some bootstrap, and it's actually JS only, and bootstrap just now as well, imports the script, and then we have the CSS style. So we wouldn't mind the CSS style, it does help, of course, with the layout. We're just going to focus on this part, the body, right? So the body, first, because this was not functioning properly when I had it in the head, I just have it here. This is the bootstrap, right? To keep the layout intact, and we're going to use bootstrap classes to make sure that our layout is proper, right? So then we're going to have a row. Inside the row, we're going to have the first column, which is, we're going to say is half of the space available, right? Half of the row. And then we're going to have first this section, and then we're going to have this section. So we can make it like 3 to maybe 9, right? But we're going to go 6 at the moment, just maybe going to have fun. Then we're going to have it as H1, this one replaces this one here, right? So having the picture, we're just going to have sides, right? And then we're going to loop through, just like this loop, this data here is looped through. We're going to loop through this one, and then we're just going to have those items on there. So in the loop, we're going to have a click, so that when we click on each one, it passes the service name, right? The name, this name here. We will pass it to a function of our own creation. We're going to create this function, and it's going to be in JavaScript, right? So we have the image here as a source, right? And then we have the image name showing at the bottom, and then we're going to have the ratings and the rating, and then we're going to have the popularity, right? We're going to show the popularity which we have calculated, right? And then we're going to continue there, close off operations, and then close off the for loop. So everything now should show a loop of this nature, should be showing there as well with this data. And then we're going to create close off that loop, the column, and then the other column is going to be 6 as well, division. You can reduce that to 3 to 9, and then we're just going to continue that. So we're going to say site preview at the top. Here we don't have any top, we don't have any heading or anything, but we're going to have it on this side, right? And then we could remove it, but we just want to keep it there. And then we're going to have an iframe, let's say, and then we're going to use the iframe. We're going to have a source, which is flutter.dev as the initial one. And then in our function, which is update iframe, we're going to use the ID, right, of this iframe to update. So now we close off the column and the row, and then we're going to create a script, right? So the script's name is going to be update iframe, as we have shown here what we want to use. Then pass the text onto it. So the text is the service name, and then okay, our battery is low. Let's just finish this quickly. And then we have the service name, right? If the service name is equal to these conditions here, it's equal to Flutter website, so that would be this one here. So we click this image, it means it must show us the Flutter website, right? And then we should show it as well. And the Django website should show us my profile website, right? So we just close those off and then throw the script off. So here we can even update it. So we're going to do, we're going to run it as it is for now, right? So what we're expecting to see this. So we're expecting to see the two sections, right? So now it's a bit slow and freezing over a bit because of the battery being low in and it's slow in general, right? Because it's not balanced. So let's just make that a bit bigger, more pleasant to the eye. So this is how it looks before you do anything, before you press anything, and you should have the Flutter website over there, right? So now when we get bigger, right, to have a similar view to this one, you see now we have a similar view to this one, where you have the side, right, and then you have the selection on the side, and then you have the actual website on here. But these ones are built into Flutter, so it's a bit different, but concept is similar. So there it is. So if you use as a support tool, and you can switch. When you switch, then this one, instead of going to the Django website, is going to go to my profile website. Not built for anybody yet, so the smaller version of it is still showing the full desktop version, but there it is, right? And then if it's any smaller, it does go under, and then it views like this, but there it is. So it views it in a frame, right? So we have that over there, and then if we wanted to change to reflect it with select stuff, we'll change the name here. We can just say let's say profile, right? And then if I now click on it, it means it shouldn't work because it means shouldn't align, right? But if we then go and update it inside the index and say in the JavaScript function, we just add there as profile, then let it load. That means now profile, it loads just fine. So it reflects the correct stuff, right? So that is profile, maybe whose profile it is. And then it's going to go across like that, and then it gets smaller, and then view it big. Then let's experiment with one more thing before we reach the 10 mark. Try to keep everything small. We're going to say 3, and then we're going to have this one as 9. If the bootstrap works properly, then the size should agree that the size is small.